Hello and welcome to this video where I compare the Fimi Palm to the new GoPro Hero 9. I just want to say I already own the Fimi Palm and I've owned it for a long time, but I do not own the GoPro Hero 9 yet. It's only just come out and I'm using the specifications from GoPro themselves in making this video. So I'm comparing published specifications and features to my Fimi Palm and my knowledge of the Fimi Palm. So I think the Fimi Palm's great and I think the GoPro Hero 9 is going to be great, but I'm going to compare the various different features that you get for both. First of all, we're going to look at price. Now, the GoPro Hero 9 is £430 if you buy it from a retailer like Amazon, or it's £330 if you buy it from GoPro themselves and you take out their subscription. The Fimi Palm is £200 on Amazon, but you can get it for £143 on sites like Tobii Deals. Now, you might think there's a risk from ordering from a site like Tobii Deals. However, you couldn't be further from the truth. I've ordered two expensive electronic items from Tobii Deals. I've had no problem. I've ordered something from GoPro using the GoPro official website and I had nothing but issues. They overcharged me, the customer service is dreadful, it took ages to get a refund, and we're talking months, and in the end I had to get a refund through PayPal. And trust me, based on my experience of one purchase with them, they are absolutely dreadful. I would say that the Fimi Palm is the clear winner in terms of price. In terms of ordering, I would also say you're better off with the Fimi Palm. Now, when we look at the battery life, the Fimi Palm has very good battery life. It has a 1000 mAh battery and Fimi Palm claims 240 minutes runtime usage. The GoPro, I can't find any specs on the battery, but I know the battery is bigger than in other GoPros. And so I think for battery, we're probably going to be looking about equal for both. The GoPro probably has a larger capacity battery, but it's got more electronics, it's got two screens on at the same time, and it's going to do a lot more processing. So I think in terms of battery, I can't give the win to either. One of the big headline features for the GoPro Hero 9 is 5K. Now, to get really good images and footage out of these cameras, these small action or gimbal cameras, you do need to film in high resolution. If you film at 1080, it can look soft. So when I use my Fimi Palm, I film at 4K and I export my videos at 1080, and that gives very good results. Clearly, in terms of 5K, the GoPro Hero 9 is the winner. That's the only one that can do 5K. My Fimi Palm can do 4K at 24, 25 and 30 frames per second, and the megabit count is 100 megabits per second, which is very respectable. Don't get me wrong, I'm very pleased with the 4K footage out of the Fimi Palm. The GoPro Hero 9 can film 4K up to 60 frames per second, so obviously in terms of 4K, the GoPro is the clear winner. Now, if you want to get good video with your devices, you need to record external audio. Now, the Fimi Palm has a USB-C plug at the bottom that you can plug things into. You charge it via USB-C. You can buy a lavalier mic, which is very cheap. It's about £12, and you can plug that in to the bottom and you can record external audio. The GoPro Hero 9, you're going to need a special adapter. I think it's the Media Mod kit, and that's going to be an awful lot more expensive than £12. I have had issues with the audio recording on the Fimi Palm. Each time they've upgraded the firmware, it's ruined the audio or made it better. So the audio is inconsistent on the Fimi Palm. So external audio is cheaper on the Fimi Palm compared to the GoPro, but I suspect it will be better on the GoPro. So I'm going to give that a draw rather than assign it to one or the other. One of the features is pre-capturing that the GoPro Hero 9 has. So you can set it to buffer so many seconds before you press your shutter button. There's no feature like that on the Fimi Palm. So it's going to use up more battery, but it's going to mean you do capture that special moment or crazy thing that's happening. So pre-capturing definitely is a win for the GoPro Hero 9. Both offer RAW photo. I'm not sure what file format the GoPro records in, but it does do RAW photo that you can open in Lightroom. The Fimi Palm records in DNG format, so both effectively do RAW photo. However, I've had a GoPro Hero 7 and I would say that the images that came out of the GoPro Hero 7 were better than those that came out of the Fimi Palm. I can only imagine the GoPro Hero 9 will beat the Fimi Palm in terms of RAW photos. Now, why do you buy a Fimi Palm or a GoPro Hero 9? You buy it to get stable footage in a small form factor. The Fimi Palm, like the DJI Osmo Pocket, has a gimbal head built in and it's mechanical, and it allows you to get stable footage. You do get that bobbing up and down as you walk, but you're always going to get that. The GoPro Hero 9 has Hypersmooth 3, which is an improvement over the Hero 7 and the Hero 8, and from all things that I've seen and all the demo footage I've seen, the Hypersmooth 3 is incredibly stable. One thing that's new with the GoPro Hero 9 is that you can keep the horizon level. So however you move your GoPro Hero 9, the horizon stays level, so you don't see tilting in your video. That's really good. However, that's limited to 2.7K recording. Now the Fimi Palm will keep your horizon level because it's a mechanical gimbal, and it will keep it level up to 4K 30. So the Fimi Palm wins for the level horizon. So while I think the Fimi Palm wins for level horizon, probably the GoPro Hero 9 will have the smoother footage, so I'm going to call this one a draw. In terms of being fixable, I've actually had an issue with my Fimi Palm where it won't go into selfie mode very easily. Obviously you've got mechanical parts, they're easy to damage, it's a little bit more fragile, whereas the GoPro Hero 9 is incredibly rugged. Also with the GoPro Hero 9, you can change the lens front. So if you damage it, you can just put another one on. You're not going to damage the camera itself because it's so rugged, or it'd be very unlikely to damage the camera itself due to its ruggedness, but the Fimi Palm may get damaged. So fixable definitely goes to the GoPro Hero 9. One of the features that's new to the GoPro Hero 9 is scheduled capturing. You can set a time that the GoPro Hero 9 turns on and starts recording, and you can set a time that the GoPro Hero 9 stops recording and turns off. Nothing really does that I'm aware of, so definitely that's a win for the GoPro Hero 9. Now, more and more we want our cameras to do streaming for live stream. The GoPro Hero 9 streams in 1080, but the Fimi Palm doesn't stream, so obviously that's going to be a win for the GoPro Hero 9. So welcome back. These are the remaining features that I want to talk about between the GoPro Hero 9 and the Fimi Palm. Both devices take HDR photo, and as I said earlier, they take them in RAW. However, my experience between the Hero 7 and the Fimi Palm is that you get better pictures on the GoPro. So I can only imagine the GoPro Hero 9 will be better still. The win goes to GoPro. You can take panoramas, and with the Fimi Palm you press a button and it moves the head to the desired location and stitches a panorama for you. You can do 3x3s, you can do 4x1, 1x4, you've got many options. You can't do that on the GoPro Hero 9. So panoramas, certainly the win goes to the Fimi. Now both can do hyperlapses, both can do time lapses. I don't see much difference between them. You're going to get stable hyperlapses on the Hero 9 and on the Fimi Palm, so I'm going to call it a draw for hyperlapses. Time lapses, again, you're going to get smooth and stable footage with both, but time lapses are where the camera stays still. A hyperlapse is where you're moving with the camera, but with a time lapse the camera stays still. Where the Fimi Palm is better than the GoPro for time lapses is you can have your camera orientated in a certain position at the start, and you can have it move to a different orientation at the end, so you can put motion into your time lapses. So certainly the Fimi Palm wins there. We've talked about ruggedness, and clearly the GoPro is always going to win over the Fimi Palm. Now the GoPro Hero 9, as from I think the 7 or the 6 or maybe the 5, is waterproof without needing a case. The Fimi Palm is not waterproof, so clearly the win goes to the GoPro Hero 9. Mounting, you can mount the Fimi Palm to a tripod because unlike the DJI Osmo Pocket, it has a tripod mount. However, it's in a bit of a strange place. You can get an adapter to hold a phone that gives you better mounting options, but it's a bit wobbly. It's not ideal. You can get various other mounts to mount it to bikes and things, but again, they're not ideal. Not only does the GoPro have hundreds and hundreds of mounts made for it, they all fit together using the standard GoPro mount, but the mounts are built into the body on the Hero 9. You just move them out. So of course, GoPro Hero 9 is going to win in terms of mounting. Now, front-facing screens. The GoPro has two. It has a rear and a front. The Fimi Palm has one screen only. However, you can enter selfie mode by triple clicking the record button and it turns the camera around so it's facing the same orientation as the screen. So you can very easily use the Fimi Palm to vlog, and the new screen on the GoPro at the front allows you to vlog with the GoPro. In terms of which is best, I think they're both a draw. It's certainly easier to hold the Fimi Palm in one hand and vlog with it than it will be with the GoPro, unless you attach some sort of handle. So it's a draw for these two. One of the new features on the GoPro Hero 9 is duration capture. So you can set when to record, you can set a specific time to record, how long, but you can also record for 1 minute, 30 minutes, and you can just press a button and it will record for a specific duration. You don't have that on the Fimi Palm, so that win goes to the GoPro 9. Now, interestingly, both cameras offer the same rate of slow motion. Both offer 8 times slow motion. However, it's not very good on the Fimi Palm, and what I mean by that is the quality isn't very good. Obviously, when we record in slow motion, we downgrade the quality quite substantially, but on the Fimi Palm, you do take a really big hit, and the hit isn't as big on GoPros. Even using the GoPro 7, the quality wasn't as bad as it was on the Fimi Palm. The win is going to go to the GoPro. It has the same speed of slow motion, or the same rate of slow motion, but it is slightly better quality. So in many of my features and comparisons, the GoPro 9 wins. And that's not surprising. It costs a lot more money, it's newer, and we would expect that. I'm not saying the Fimi Palm is a bad camera, because it is a very good video camera and it does things really, really well. The key thing is, would I buy a GoPro Hero 9? And the answer is not at the moment, because I'm happy with my Fimi Palm. So that speaks volumes about whether you should get a GoPro Hero 9 or a Fimi Palm. I'm happy to stick with my Fimi Palm rather than upgrade to the GoPro Hero 9. Partly that's because of the terrible customer service and the ordering experience with GoPro. And if you were going to get a GoPro, you would want to buy it through GoPro and save £100 and get a subscription to their GoPro Plus. But for £143, I think the Fimi Palm is a great buy, and the GoPro will come down at some point in the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have I given a fair comparison? Have I given a good set of information? And check out my other videos. Thank you. Goodbye.